in the smoke. That was so good.
That was so smart.
He wanted him to just try to.
God.
So in case you guys missed that, he wanted him to walk into the smoke because he wouldn't see the disruptor ball.
That was like so smart. I'm dying here. He had no vision. Like that was just.
You do not see disruptors used like that.
I can't even explain it, Tasteless. It's so smart. It's like too much for me. This is too much for me today.
You're not smart enough to explain how smart that move was.
I'm like, I know that's, wow. Someone explains a black hole. I'm like, yes, and I just clap. That's what that was.
Eventually, Nightmare's play gets so good, we just have pots and pans we hit together when we can't really explain how good it is. I'm there with a whistle blowing into it.
A whistle.
Jumping on a little trampoline.
Okay, a big move here by Hero. Cancels that fourth base. That's pretty important. This is a big spread of units, though.
Oh.
Yeah, he's got a tag on this army, so you got to be super careful. But
kind of an odd situation here where
Nightmare has some units to the right. I'd love to see a little bit of a flank. Oh my God, this is crazy.
I don't even know what happens
here. A lot of stuff dies.
Okay, his disruptive balls are coming out, but it looks like he kept his disruptors far away enough. Nice blinks. Nightmare in good form here.
Oh, that disruption ball is so crazy. That one, too. The Immortals all finally falling.
Whoa. Looks like he's going to be able to get away.
Everything falling. Just madness right now.
Supply has plummeted for a little bit there for Hero. He's now remaking his army, but still on the run. Refugee Protoss here, just trying to move across the map over here, trying to get into the upper left.
Yeah, he's going to leave the sentries behind to buy some time.
Well, that's all he can really do, right? I mean, whenever you get those powerful tech units, sentries and Immortals, if you start to lose the fight, they're the first casualties to go.
Yeah, the Sentry in Blink Stalker versus Blink Stalker is akin to Tasteless with me versus a bear. I just trip him and run.
That's right.
But right now, Nightmare moving into a good position here, that fourth base. He's looking to cancel. And
nice
with this many disruptors, you can't really break through this area. If he just stifles these out.
Okay, he blinks forward. He's going to go for all three disruptors.
God,
and now it's his turn.
Huge moves here by Hero. Oh, a beautiful dodge, though, does go down. More and more Stalkers dying.
This is crazy. This is just such a wild game.
Look at the supplies. They've been so all over the place.
They haven't really been mining from their fourth bases because it's been so multitasking intensive. Nobody's been able to get off the screen of where this is. All right, he's coming out now.
Ooh,
nice exchanges. Hero in good form.
Yeah, he's starting to do a very good job, but we do have reinforcements coming up from the other side, so Nightmare, with more Stalkers, might be able to punch through.
Well, the thing is, he can still go down around to that expansion if he wants to. Start putting pressure over there. Again, still no probe transfers. Hero taking a fifth base before he's been mining from his fourth, which is kind of crazy.
They've lost 57 and 56 Stalkers. 9 disruptors lost for Nightmare, 6 for Hero. This is like such a crazy game. Look at this. They're within 2 supply of each other.
Yeah. And it's low econ. I mean, both just a little bit under 100 supply for most of this. They're basically maxing at about 130, and then the fights go down.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like as you get higher supply with these units, the only other thing you can really do, because only so many Stalkers can shoot at once, only so many disruptor balls make sense.
Right.
You start spreading everything out more and trying to hit more locations and get them out of position, flank with disruptors and stuff. So like at these sizes that we're seeing, this is a very good army to be moving around and attacking with because it can kind of deal maximum damage for this type of unit. It's like it doesn't matter if you have 200 roaches, right? Because they can't all fire at once.
Yeah, well said.
What are they firing at? All the ones in the back aren't doing anything.
They're all waiting their turn.
Yeah.
All right, so Hero stabilized on 5 bases. Now, despite Nightmare doing a good job keeping the pressure on, he never actually took the 5th, which is going to be problematic later on.
Yeah, his lawyer advised him to take the 5th, but I mean, this guy, he thinks he can just get out without it.
You can see the caution here as he's moving around. Uh-oh.
Now, my God.
The easiest way for a fight like this to end terribly is when your disruptor kills all of their disruptors.
Yeah. Which happens more often than we'd like to admit.
Yeah, at least to us.
This is a big move by Hero, by the way. He's really wrecking the economy over here.
Yeah, well, he's trying to force him out of position. Oh, my God, that was close.
I feel like I just jumped into a cold pool right there. I'm like, whoa.
Stalker's now trying to chase back. Hero, Nightmare, just trying to keep this location safe.
I like that Hero's got an observer speed, by the way.
Now, if you notice, what's similar to this is like in a lot of ZVZs, you'll see like 3 or 4 roaches run into the main or run into expansions and try to draw this away. Same idea here from Hero versus Nightmare. He's trying to get this army out of position so that his, instead of a Roach army or Roach Ravager army, it's going to be a Stalker Disruptor army to come in and try to get the proper positions.
Now, Hero is actually getting charge and starting Immortals.
Yep.
So what this is going to allow him to do, he might go very aggressive, make him use the shots, and then just kind of try to kill off with Charge Zealot Immortal, because those both wreck Blink Stalkers.
Yeah.
So as long as the Disruptors are not an issue for just even a few moments, a Charge Zealot Immortal army can do a lot of damage.
War Prism headed north right now. He is actually setting up to outposition Nightmare. The question is, how good is Nightmare at holding on? Most of this game, it's been Nightmare getting in the face of Hero. Hero keeping him back, keeping him at bay. One Stalker tagged. Very important. He will know where that Stalker is in the bottom middle of the map.
Sends his army after it. I'm like, I don't know if that's right.
It worked.
All right, a little bit of a counterattack here by Nightmare. This is what I was talking about before with if you get like up beyond a certain amount of supply with this set, you may as well start harassing elsewhere.
Yeah, you're gonna get diminishing returns here otherwise. Uh-oh.
Oh my god,
here we go.
Okay, that was kind of a panicked 3 shots there.
He'll get this one.
Yeah. Shooting first.
Hero fires from the hip.
Yeah.
Okay, now here comes a Mass Zealot warp in. Now this is smart because he's not going to be spending that much gas if he warps in more Zealots.
Yeah,
and
this is really
he
good.
can actually just start to kill all these buildings off. Zealots take a while to kill as well.
Yeah, this is very annoying for him to have to deal with. And in fact, no one has a Dark Shrine yet, I don't think, which is actually a slight mistake. This late in a PvP, you should get a Dark Shrine because it helps you deal with things like that
how is
very
Nightmare
quickly.
going to kill him with his DTs if he doesn't have Blink? I mean, that's what I'm trying to figure out.
Oh my gosh, if he only just would blink his DTs on top of these Disruptors, the game would be over. Okay.
Okay. At the bottom, he's going to try to sneak over here. He might go through the very, very bottom ramp. Yep, looks like that's what he wants to do.
This is a 6 sniping force. Look at that. Archons and 5 Immortals.
Well,
you can't just clear this with Blink Stalkers. You got to bring everything.
The only problem is those Immortals can't get up to help defend in case Hero, or rather Nightmare, tries to do anything else. Okay, now he's going to just gun this down. He's like, remember this? Remember what you tried to do to me? I'm going to show you how it's done.
Okay, he's actually going to trap everything in here, and the disruption balls come out. Pretty decent clean.
Well, that was a really good clean. The only question now is, will a counterattack be manageable? Can Hero actually hang on? Because he got a lot of Immortals. I'm actually surprised he sent all 5 down there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Part of the reason why he sent the Immortals down there is they can get that building there.
I thought he'd be, kind of aggressively getting rid of disruptor shots.
That's
and then
what I thought.
Utilizing that, but I mean, I guess he got the snipe off, and he's still in fine shape. Okay, Nightmare's starting to move in a little bit.
Oh my god.
Oh! Blinks back into a disruptor shot. That's a new one. Okay, more charge lots coming out into the main base of Nightmare.
Also, Hero taking a 6 up here. These Zealots are still here. Also, Hero is basically, whenever he gets close to maxed out, he warps in more Zealots in the main. And I believe that Nightmare is slowly getting slowed down here.
Yeah.
It seems like this game is beginning to tip towards Hero.
It's like basically Nightmare isn't changing anything about what he's doing. And he's just trying to say, okay, theoretically, this comp is the most efficient that I can go for.
Yeah.
And he's just staying on it. Whereas Hero is starting to really vary his play. He's adding in all sorts of different units. He's making different tactical moves. And that just feels to me like he's taking control.
Okay, over here in the bottom right. Definitely Nightmare interested in just keeping that position safe. Is he gonna shoot it?
That's a scout disruptor.
Yeah, right. Oh! That was beautiful. 11 kills. It's all right. Your death is not in vain, Mr. Disruptor. There'll be statues of you all over Hero's home base.
Big move out right now, but
also, sorry, I didn't mean to run over you. There's so many minerals and gas here. While the fight's going down, Hero can keep remaking.
Oh my god. He's got to be so careful with these disruptor shots. The thing is, there's so many disruptors that if you're sitting defensively, it's hard for, even though like Nightmare might have more disruptors, it's hard to break through 5-6 disruptors on the other side. That's like basically enough that you're kind of always shooting.
Yeah, it's like a perpetual motion machine or something. You can always have damage coming out, which makes it landing on the ground just not that viable. I think one of the big wins in this game, assuming Hero does take it, it looks like it's going to be that, is the fact that he's been flying around and spending all of his minerals on Zealots.
Yeah. It's I mean, I really like this move, and Hero's actually the first one getting a Dark Shrine, and when that's out, oh my god, that's when things really start to go bad. Is when he has a Dark Shrine, because then suddenly you need observers everywhere. You need to somehow still deal with these really hard to deal with Zealot Warpins.
Yeah.
And right now, Nightmare is losing on all fronts. He is in a terrible spot, but if he gets really great Disruption Balls out, he can still win.
Nicely done. Takes out that. Pressure is continuing to mount here.
Oh, he is super dead now.
That might be GG, actually.
Yeah, that is the ending to a very fantastic series and game.
GG!
Wow, really well done. That was a great game. Nightmare bringing it out. The first series a bit lackluster, but the rest of the night, this kid was on fire, showing fantastic plays. But at the end of the day, Hero's experience and finesse pays off.
Nicely done. These guys, of course, two good friends. Look, they showed some great games. Nightmare taught the nerds how to ruin a Terran's day with DTs and Blink.
Well, you know what? Nightmare is on his way to a very successful Korean pro gamer career, as tonight he showed fun games for his fans.
That's right. And he will show even better games next time,
yes,
as he
no
will
doubt.
train hard. Even though when he wins his games, he will grade himself at a D-.
That's
And when asked how he's feeling, he'll say he feels good after he won. That's how you do a pro gamer interview. Although, actually, I think our player Hero, he's probably one of the better interviewees we have.
He is. He's a fun guy. So, Hero does win and go on to the round of 16, which means so far we have 3 Terrans and a Protoss, a very deserving Protoss making it through in Hero.
Hey, it was not easy for him.
Yeah, kind of surprised, by the way, at Gumiho, but Nightmare was a little bit too out there for him. He wasn't able to stop him, but Gumiho definitely a player that you shouldn't even be surprised if he gets a top 8, really.
Yeah, that's right.
But out in the round of 32, a little bit rough.
경험과 노련함으로
On to our
16강을
interview.
진출합니다. 오늘 2위 진출자 김준호 선수입니다. 축하드립니다.
네, 감사합니다.
Congratulations. Thank you.
네, 자 오늘의 기조 두 번째 진출자입니다.
네.
자 오늘 장욱 선수를 두
Second
번째
player to advance to Group B.
네.
확실히 이 첫 경기는
You defeated Nightmare twice to advance.
석자에 위축이 됐다면
네.
최종전에서는 좀 치열한 경기를 한 것 같아요.
It seemed like Nightmare was a little bit nervous in the
제가
first
사실
match,
첫
but he
경기
was definitely
끝나고
warmed up to
무기가
play you in
원래
the final
실력이
match. Tell us about that.
네.
가가지고 긴장하지 말라고 잘만 하면은 2등으로 올라갈 수 있다고
Actually,
했는데
after the first match, I told Nightmare
최종전에서 만나버려서
not to be nervous anymore because I thought he just did fine.
그래서
He played much better
시끄럽고,
in the final match,
그리고 우기한테
and then I was a little bit worried myself.
1등으로 올라갔으면은 그래도 장욱식도 다크 전멸해가지고 올라갔을 수도 있었는데 네, 제가 1등으로
If I fought and just beat Maru, I think he would have had a better chance of moving on, but it didn't work out that way.
많이 또 닮고 싶어 했고 또 좋아하고 또 영향을 받았다 밝힌 것처럼 확실히
네네.
스타일이 스타성이 있으시더라고요.
네네.
패자전에서 깜짝 놀랐습니다. 그런 선수와 최종전에서 멋진 경기를 하셨는데 그런 만큼 두 번 잡았잖아요.
네, 네.
Seems like Nightmare has a very bright future. He's obviously learned a lot from you.
오늘 느낀 점은 사실 게임적으로 말하면은 방송 경기가 아직 서툴러서
네.
제가 방송 경험으로 이긴 것 같은데 사실
I think if he just gets used to the broadcast
좀 하다
environment
보면은
and he gets a little bit more experience in these kind of big tournaments, I think he will do a great job in the future.
하다 보면 되는데
네.
조언해주자면 너무 급하게
Personally,
하는
it took
게
me a
없지
long
않아
time
있어가지고
to play comfortably in front of
제가
a big
원래
audience.
급하게 하는데 오히려 차분해지더라고요.
But I think he's
상대
gonna
급한 게
one day be doing
보이니까.
much better than me.
오늘 저도 깨달은 게 많았고 우기도
네.
이번 게임으로 좀 깨달은 게 많았으면 좋겠어요.
Also, I learned a lot playing against him in general, and I actually hope he took this experience today and used that to build himself.
경기가 아니었나 생각이 드는데요. 자, 오늘 이렇게 미안함도 드신다 말씀하셨는데 동시에 이제 테란전에 대한 고민도 깊어졌을 것 같아요. 오늘 승자전 조성주 선수와의 명승.
So, Hero, let's talk about your match against Maru in the winners match. It was a really great series, but you fell a little short. What happened?
좀 노력한다고 막 테란전 이기려고 막 골머리 지어 쌓아내고 막 연습하는데
네.
답이 너무 잘 안 나오더라고요. 사실 이제는
So, I
DK님의
practiced really
힘을
hard to
보일 때가
defeat
오지
Terran
않을까
players in my group.
아, 그렇군요.
I thought a lot about different
그래도
types of
오늘
builds
참
I could use.
고민이 깊으신 것
But
같긴
I think I'm
했어요.
just having a hard time
매우
wrapping my head on
좋았기 때문에.
how to play against Terran now. So I'm going to try to practice hard to be better next
조언을
time.
참 구하고 싶었는데
네.
요즘 프로토스들이 테란전 어려워하고 있기 때문에 그 중에서 두각을 보이는 김준호 선수에게 이
네.
테란전에 대한 조언을 듣고자 했거든요.
일단 지금 이기려면 더럽게 해야 돼.
아 그래요? 난전을 해야 된다.
네, 테란전은 지금 일단 우주 수비하면서
네.
초중반에
To be
최대한
honest, to play
심리전
against Terran,
걸어서 이제
you just got to
상황
play
좋게
dirty,
하고
play a
우주
messy match, use the mind games,
중간기로
especially in the early
살짝
game. You need to be
털어주는
abusive,
식으로 하는 게
harass a lot with your warp
답이긴
prism.
한데 알면서도 이게 실천이 안 되더라고요.
그래도
너무 어려워요.
That's the answer I could think of.
많은 유저분들에게 아주
But it's just really hard to
것
execute.
같은데요.
네.
자, 김준호 선수 이 고민도 계속 하시면서 앞으로의 경기 준비를 하시겠죠.
네.
확실히 이제 또 8년차 내공 있는 선수이기 때문에 당연히 우승을 생각을 하고 계실 텐데 앞으로의 목표
It's your 8th year as a professional gamer. I'm very sure that you can find some better solutions as the tournament goes on.
경기함으로써
Any final words?
성주한테
Yeah,
벽을 또
thank you. My goal is
느껴가지고
obviously to become the champion of the GSL Codex.
8강에서 또 이기려면
But I felt that Mario is just a stronger player than me today. I'm going to try to find some answers, do some research, do some homework on that.
좀 극복하면 우승 내다볼 수 있을 것 같아요.
I think if I do that, I've got a pretty good chance to maybe become the champion of the series.
제가
Also,
2년 연속 가다가
I really wanna go to
저번 연도에
BlizzCon,
못
by the
가니까
way.
너무 배 아프더라고요.
I
경기
missed
보는데.
BlizzCon last year and I was
꼭
sad about
가야겠다
it.
다짐했고
I was jealous of the players who got to go.
좀 열심히
So I'm
할
hoping I can go back through this year.
네, 그만큼 집중하셔야 될 것 같은데요. 앞으로도
네.
그러면 김준호 선수의 활약을 기대해 보겠습니다.
네.
다시 한번 축하드립니다.
네, 감사합니다.
And that does it.
네.
Okay.
자, 오늘
What a
김준호
day
선수의
of Code
경기를
S, man.
마지막으로
That
was
또 경기를 보고
Just fantastic
It
matches.
was a really
They
good
were-
day of games.
Yeah, they were all really interesting
Yeah.
games and like so exciting, nail biters all over the place, new wild strategies. This is what Code's all about.
Guys, we hope you enjoyed this new time that we're going to be doing the GSL Codes on Saturdays starting 1 p.m. KST. So if you join us from the start, it's going to be like that every Saturday. For Europeans who are super salty, we have a time that's suitable for you guys as well, which would be on Wednesdays, right?
Wednesdays.
I keep ASL's on Tuesday and also
Wednesday,
tomorrow.
like what, 11:30 a.m. or something in CT? I don't know, something like that.
Something like that. 6 p.m., 6:30 p.m. KST
Yeah.
on Wednesdays. You can join us for that as well. Artosis, good job. I really enjoyed casting with you.
It was so much fun, man. I mean, the games speak for themselves, right? We could
Right.
have just, as you said, been clanging pots and pans together, and this would have been a great day at Codes.
Here's Group C: SOS, Billowy, Curious, and Sue.
Oh, that's going to be a lot of fun. SOS, returning finalist, two-time champion of the world. And Sue is in great form right now, so I'm quite looking forward to this group.
I am as well, man. It's going to be fun. And guys, don't miss out on the ASL. That is going to be tomorrow at 7 p.m. KST and Tuesday, 7 p.m. KST.
Yes, and
So mark that in your calendar. It's on the
ASL
same channel as this channel.
Yeah, and just for the record, like even if you don't watch Brood War tomorrow night, Flash is playing, so you probably want to just watch it anyways.
Probably want to show up and do that.
Ex-StarCraft 2 pro gamer Flash will be playing tomorrow night.
He's pretty good.
I like calling him an ex-SC2 pro gamer. It's
Yeah.
so funny.
Well,
It's true, technically.
thank you guys for joining us. That is going to be it for Artosis and myself. We love you guys. We'll see you tomorrow for the ASL. Have a good morning, afternoon, or night, wherever you are.
A little higher before they drag us down with the rope. We don't need to throw another vulture, some fresh meat from our souls.